Okay, good morning, my brothers and sisters in Dhamma. Today we have a great opportunity to teach Abhidhamma and to learn Abhidhamma. Actually, we have the great opportunity to study Dhamma. Dhamma is very important for our life because it is a Dhamma that lead our life, our peaceful life. So without the Dhamma, there are many people in the world, they have great sufferings. Without the Dhamma guide, we cannot find the stable, peaceful state. So the Buddhas explain in Dhamma. Dhamma is only natural law. So today, as you know, the main topics will be Abhidhamma for Vipassanā. So all my brothers and sisters practice Vipassanā. So Vipassanā, as you know, we means different. Pasana means seeing. We see in different ways. Many people see in the same ways. You know, many people see things as I am, as I was. Many people see like that. But we must see in different ways things. We see things that is not I, that is not ours. That is just phenomena. That is called Yatha Buddha. Yatha Buddha means we must see things as they really are. That is Yatha Buddha. We didn't see Yatha Buddha because we have a great illusion. We have a great illusion. So therefore we must try to see things as they really are. Yatha Buddhaṃ Sammapaññāya Tatthavam. In another Lakkhana Sutta, the Buddha has explained. Yatha Buddhaṃ. This is a very important word. Yatha Buddha. Yatha Buddha. Yatha Buddha means as they really are. Things as they really are. We see the things in other ways, not as they really are. So we must try to see the things as they really are. For example, if we see the beings or a human being, we see as a I, he, she, or you. We see. In the Dhamma stage, there's no I, there's no he, no she, no you. Just a minor matter. In real stage, it is just minor matter. Cannot we find what we see as a man or woman? This is just a concept. We must penetrate the things to be seen as they really are. We must remove outer karma or outlook. We must remove karma. We must go into the side, inner calm. So otherwise we cannot find out the peaceful state. We cannot find out the state of Nibbana, freedom from attachment. seeing outer cover, round view arises, seeing outer cover, attachment arises, hatred arises. We hate only outer cover. We hate as a man. We hate man as a being. We hate woman as a being. But we cannot hate Dhamma. Because of Dhamma is just nature. So all mental defilements arises seeing the outer cover. Therefore we must penetrate the inner calm. We must see the things as they really are. Yatha Buddha. Samma Panyaya. Without the Panya we cannot see. We cannot see such a state with our own naked eye. Common eye, we cannot see such a thing. Only with the knowledge we can see. We need the knowledge to see things as they really are. How to get knowledge? We must learn. We must listen to Dhamma. We must study Dhamma books. That is just way. That is the only way. By learning, by listening, by learning Dhamma, by listening to Dhamma, by studying Dhamma, we can get the knowledge. Only through knowledge. This knowledge is also good enough knowledge. That is called Samma Panya. Samma Panya means not ordinary Panya. Samma Panya means know as they really are. Knows things as they really are. Samma Panya. The Buddha said, Yatha Buddha Samma Panyaya Tathavam. You must see things with the special knowledge. With the special knowledge. With the higher knowledge. You must see Tathavam. Must see things as they really are. Yatha Buddha. So what is seeing also Yatha Buddha? There are three ways. What is it? We must see. First one, with the negative. Our view is the common view we must have. We must see with the negative view. Netan. Netan means etan. Netan mama. Neso ha. Must be. Name so atta. Seeing in this way. Always we see things as that is my property, my own. Etan mama. With the negative is netan mama, na etan mama. Etan mama means we see that is mine. We always talk about it. This is mine. That is not yours. This is mine. You see, this is my body, my eye, my ear, my mind. Always pointing out. Not only just talking about this. In mind also, we grasp, we assume, we believe as they really are. So actually, whatever we point out as this is mine, Actually, that is not ours. Actually, this is not ours. Even our body, our mind is not ours. We think this is my body. But this is also not. Why? Very simple. The Buddha explained it very simple. We are getting older and older. If you are property, you must control. You can control. But we cannot control. Depending on cause and conditions, it changes every time, every minute, every second. We cannot control our mind. If you practice meditation, it is very clear. We keep our mind and breathe in, breathe out, the minds wandered. We cannot control. It is uncontrollable. We cannot say this is mine. Everything's mind and matters in this way. Uncontrollable. So there's nothing to point as a mind. Therefore, things we must see ourselves as like that. Neta mama, this is not mine. Is it that? This is not mine. This is not ours. Body is not ours. Eye is not ours. Ear is not ours. Nose not ours. Tongue is not ours. Body is not ours. Mind is not. It depends on cause and condition. It arises falling. We cannot control them. We are not according to our wish. It is impossible to keep according to our wish. Nobody can keep. Nobody can keep. It ever changes. So therefore the Buddha, we must see at the Neta Mama. That is a correct use. Yatha Buddha. We must see the things at this. You see, if we our own, the hospitals are not necessary. Even we cannot keep our eye. We cannot control our eye. Therefore, eye hospitals, eye specialists. Even eye specialist, he lost his eye. Isn't that? Even eye specialist is. So therefore, in Samyutta Nikaya, when the Buddha explained in Pali, Yo Bhikkhave Vipassanā Uppado, Dukkhasesa Uppado, Rokana Titi. It's very simple Buddha's explanation. But Sotanda Abhidhamma is not a sorted practice. Some scholars think Abhidhamma is not the discourse of the Buddha. The Buddha did not teach, did not preach Abhidhamma. But Abhidhamma is a Sota, is not a sorted practice. Sota explaining Dhamma in brief. Abhidhamma explains Dhamma in detail. So Abhidhamma is for knowledge. Sotanda is mostly for morality and concentration. So whoever wishes to know more and more should study. They should study Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma. Dhamma means simple Dhamma. Abhidhamma means special Dhamma. Special Dhamma means can be studied only with the knowledge. So this knowledge is necessary. So Neta Mama, we must say this one. Abhidhamma. What is referring to eta? Eta means referring to mind and matter. We have only mind and matter. Apart from mind and matter, there is nothing to be pointed out. Only mind and matter. This mind and matter composed our life. This is mind matter is not our own Abhidhamma. This view is correct view. Abhidhamma. Many people also think, not only in talking human language, who is there? I am. Why not? In real state also they think this I am. Always point out this I. If we ask who is I? Who is I? Mind is I, matter is I. No? I is all I, ear is I, nose is I. If we searching for in this way, if we analyze, there's no I to be seen. Isn't there? No I. No you, no he, no she. But we always find out this is I. Eso hamasami. Eso hamasami. There is a common views, many people's views in this way. This is I am. As they point out that they believe. So the Buddha must see you. This is not I am. This is not I am. This is not you are. This is not he is. This is not she. Only mind and matter. Mind matters are only mind matter. Just a concept, I, he, she. So we must see in this way through the knowledge. So that is the meaning. Yatha Buddha. The next one is Nid so ha nan me so atta. This is not my atta. According to the Buddha's teachings, what is atta? What is atta? Atta means something which we control, controllable. According to our wish, it is possible. So there is nothing to point out that is we can be controlled. Avasa vatana. They never be according to our wish. Never be according. We want to keep our life ever as youth, but we are getting older and older. Nobody can keep youth. Nobody can keep healthy. Sometimes we are not healthy, some are in good health, sometimes we are not in good health. It's depending on condition. It cannot happen according to our wish. Therefore, it cannot be called atta. Cannot be called atta. So, seeing in this way, that is called Yatha Buddha. Yatha Buddham Samabanyaya Rataka. We must try to see mind and matter as they really are. So Vipassanā is also that. Abhidhamma also explain only that. So Abhidhamma, Vipassanā, these two knowledges are inseparable. Inseparable. So if you study Abhidhamma, you can increase your Vipassanā inside knowledge. You may have a confidence when you practice Vipassanā more and more. Because according to Abhidhamma, if you seize things, you seize things as true Vipassanā. So Vipassanā, Abhidhamma is not so different. That is it. Abhidhamma also increase inside knowledge. Inside knowledge. So, Vipassanā sees in this way, Neta Mama Meso Hamasami Nameso Atta, with the negative, which is a reject. The three ideas are rejected. Whose idea? You may think this is my idea. No. That is also a phenomenon. Which is phenomenon? Itam mama. Without a negative. Yeah. So, without a negative, sees these views. Common people also sees in this view. Itam mama isohamasmi isoni atta. So, who sees these views? Itam mama means the views of attachment, tanha. Sometimes it's called raga, lobha. As long as we cannot remove attachment or lobha, this view will remain. As long as you have a tanha, this view will remain. That is it. The views of tanha, attachment. Itam mama. He sees, lobha sees things as it is mine, it is ours. Always it sees in this way. Only Vipassanā knowledge, inside knowledge, can reject the ideas of tanha. So, to remove attachment or tanha is so important. What is the purpose of meditation? The purpose of meditation is to remove attachment, tanha. Because to remove the idea, itam mama, this is mine. This illusion. To remove this illusion, we must remove tanha. Without a remove tanha, we cannot remove this idea. So, practice Vipassana meditation is to remove tanha. By removing the tanha, we can remove the idea. So we can change our idea. Neta mama, this is not mine. So without knowledge, it is impossible to remove such ideas. Because of such ideas so strong, so impressed in our mental thought process, so long it has appeared, lying latent in our thought process, very long time ago, countless. This is a beginningless. We unknow it is beginning. When such an idea is appeared, it started with that. It cannot be known because it is so long. The Buddha says, "Anamate koyam bhikkhave sansaro." It is beginning, cannot be known. When start such an idea appears, we cannot know because so long it is appeared, countless years. So to remove this idea is not so easy. It's so difficult. So difficult. In samsara, it is always define our mind. To purify the mind is not so easy. Therefore, it is the only way to purify such an idea, to wash away such an idea, only with Vipassana, inside knowledge. Only Abhidhamma knowledge. Abhidhamma knowledge, that is called Suttamaya Jnana, a new border. There are two types of knowledge to wash away such ideas. First knowledge is Anubodha. There are two knowledge, to see things as they really are. The first one is Anubodha. Anubodha means easily translated book knowledge. That is not the literary translations, book knowledge. By reading books, by listening Dhamma, by learning Dhamma, we can get this knowledge. That is Anubodha. But this Anubodha should be proper to Pativeda. Sometimes Anubodha is dangerous because of using some knowledge is not proper for higher knowledge. Mistakes, misunderstanding, mispresentation. For example, if you read some books on Buddhism, his presentation is not correct. If you study these books, you may get knowledge, but this knowledge is not Anubodha. This knowledge cannot be Anubodha because of mispresented. So that is also you should be careful. There are many books on Buddhism. Even the title is Buddhism, but maybe his own views appeared. His own views presented, not Buddha preach, authentic speech. That is also must be careful. Sometimes we learn from teacher. This teacher also sometimes not perfect in Dhamma. He explained in other ways, so cannot succeed. The knowledge cannot be Anubodha. That is must be careful. Even the Venerable Sariputta. Do you know Venerable Sariputta? Chief disciple also of the Buddha. One day he gave the meditation object to his pupil. He's a goldsmith, son of goldsmith. Venerable Sariputta's ideas, the young men have strong attachment to the sense of pleasure. Therefore, to remove the strong sense of pleasure, sense of desire, he gave Asubha subject, impurity subject. Asubha Bhavana is meditation object Asubha. But the young man's tendency is quite different. He is always have tendencies, beautiful things. These ugly things, discarded things are not suitable for him. He followed the meditation techniques of Venerable Sariputta for 4 months. Not only one, his retreats 4 months, not 10 days, not 7 days, 4 months. And 4 months of retreats, he cannot succeed, even he cannot obtain concentration. He cannot keep his mind on that object. Then Venerable Sariputta considered deeply, he's work hard. My disciple is work hard. He obeys whatever we talk about, he follows. He work hard. Why he did not succeed? Then he sent to the Buddha. Sent the Buddha. The Buddha has very special knowledge. There is a God, the Buddha Chakku, eye of the Buddha. Not other people's possess these 2 eyes, Indriya Paropriyati and Asaya Lusaya. These 2 knowledges are only Buddhas, belong to only Buddhas. Only the Buddhas can possess these. Even Pacceka Buddha cannot. such a knowledge, Pachita Buddha cannot. So asaya nusaya means the tendency, what is the tendency, inclination of the person? What is the situations of mental state? The Buddha scrutinized, penetrate his mind, indriya proprieties, controlling faculty. There is a confidence, a saddha, viriya, sati, samadhi, panyas are mature, not mature. The Buddha can know. Venerable Buddhas cannot have such a knowledge. So the Buddha considered about the young monks. Oh, he is in previous life, many births. He is always a goldsmith. You see, goldsmith is always thinking about the beautiful, how to make the beautiful ornament. They're his ideas. So ugly things is not suitable for him. Asubha bhavana cannot affect. Therefore the Buddha changed meditation object. The Buddha created, handed over very beautiful lotus. This lotus is very beautiful. The Buddha has handed over. So precious. When he sees the lotus flower, his mind is very happy. Oh, lotus flower is very beautiful. So the Buddha advised, this lotus you take and solitary place in front of you, and looking at this, keep your mind on only that object. This lotus is red color. Only you keep your mind only this object. So he's very happy, and when he go back to his meditation kuti, and the place in front of him, looking at this gold lotus. So immediately he had samadhi. Samadhi is because he liked beautiful things. Samadhi is immediately appear, and he attained the jhana stage towards this object. So quickly it's a succeed. Immediately effect. The Buddha in this place looking at the situations of the monks. Like this meditation masters, the wondering in the meditation kutis, my yogi is practiced or not, or sleeping or not. They are watching. It's work hard. So like that, the Buddha is sitting in his room. Mind to mind, the Buddha said, oh, this monk, the young monks, his mind is concentrated. He attained the jhana. Concentration is so strong enough. He can change his samatha method to Vipassanā or not. By himself he cannot change because he is designed for beautiful things. So the Buddhas create when he attained the jhana. During that, the Buddha create the lotus to become Vita. When, as you know, when the lotus becomes Vita, it's ugly, not beautiful. So the young monks withdraw from his jhana. He saw the lotus flower is withered and become brown, dark brown. So immediately he changed his mind. Oh, everything is impermanent. Just before this lotus is very beautiful, fresh, very beautiful. Now it's become ugly. So everything is impermanent. At the time the Buddhas, he heard the Buddha's song. Not only think about the lotus flower, your body also the same. all are subject to environment, subject to suffering. You cannot control. It's uncontrollable. He heard the Buddha's teaching. Then he changes, his mind changes into Vipassanā ways. He became online Vipassanā. Immediately he attained Sotapaddi Mega, Sagaragami Mega, Anagami Mega, and Arahata Mega. He became around. So, that is also a very important point. A new Buddha. Sometimes a new Buddha is more important. So that a new Buddha is very important. If a new Buddha is not online, you cannot attain what you like. You will be on the way. You will remain on the way. Just must be careful about that. Attachment is sometimes so subtle. You must keep it, you must know this one. Desire for sense of pleasure. That all yogis can remove desire for sense of pleasure. But desire for happiness through Dhamma, they cannot remove. That is also attachment. The yogi said, my concentration is so nice today. My knowledge is so sharp, is so strong. The attachment, new attachments come out. So, such a point must be understood. Otherwise, it cannot go the higher attainment, cannot attain higher position. That is called Dhamma Raga, Dhamma Nandi. That is, yogis must be careful about that. Or yogis must be careful about that. Some most yogis, I'm constantly sitting for 2 hours or 3 hours of the whole days. I can keep my mind only on the object. My concentration is so good and my inside knowledge is so high. So such an idea is the idea of attachment. Such an idea should not be kept. Must be removed. So, there is also Abhidhamma, my concentration, my knowledge. As long as you keep such an idea, that is, you should not have Yatha Buddha Jnana. Yatha Buddha Jnana means Nidhamma. That is not mine. The knowledge is not my knowledge. Concentration is not my concentration. Just nature, phenomena. Without attachment. So such a point is very important. Therefore, a new Buddha is, this is a new Buddha. Book knowledge. Learning Dhamma, listening to Dhamma, studying books on Buddhism. Through this way we can get a new Buddha Jnana, book knowledge. Through book knowledge, book knowledge is a new Buddha because it is proper knowledge. Proper means proper to higher, suitable to fit for higher, fit to higher knowledge. That is proper. A new means proper. Buddha means knowledge, a new Buddha. This after a new Buddha, Pativedha cannot attain by learning, by listening, just listening, without practicing. But you may think at this point, just listening, Dhamma, you traced your body, your mental state. That is also practice. Oh, that is okay. I have experience in this way. This is also practice. Listening Dhamma, you point out your body, you penetrate your nature. That is also practice. Not only meditation, putis, sitting posture is practicing. That is not only that is practice. Listen Dhamma, compare, listen Dhamma, practice, apply in your body. Okay? Listen in Dhamma, apply in your body. For example, I talk about you, we are getting older and older. So you are listening, that's, it's okay, I'm getting older. That is also practice. Isn't that? That is also practice. We must see things as they really are, as that. Nita mama, this is not mine. This is not our. This is not I am. Such an idea, appear. This is also the beyond listening. This is also practice. This is also practice. Therefore, in Buddha's lifetime, when the Buddhas preached Dhamma, they practice applying their body, and in the end of the teaching, they became Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhats. So many stories about that. So that is also possible. But if our knowledge, that is depending on knowledge. We have different levels, different degrees. If our degree is perfect, we can attain. If we not attain or our knowledge is not mature, we must say it this way. So you see, Venerable Sariputta, just listening to the 4-line verse. This 4-line verse explains only 4 noble truths. Only 4 noble truths, listening 4 noble truths, Venerable Sariputta has become Sotapanna. Just listen. Just listen. During listening, he applied. He can remove doubt about the Dhamma. He can remove the wrong view, doubt and wrong view. You see, that is a wrong view. Isome atta is a wrong view. This wrong view he can remove. Isome atta. Then he has no doubt about the truth. There's no doubt. Can remove. Listening Dhamma can remove. Therefore he became Sotapanna. Venerable Assaji, who was included in 5 group monks, Panchavaki, Assaji. Assaji talked about the Venerable Sariputta. Ye Dhamma hetu pavava, tesa hetum dathavata. He explained only cause and effect. The Buddha explained the cause, the Buddha explained the effect, the Dhamma. So only these 2 listen in this. 4 lines of Dhamma, only 2 lines. In the end of 2 lines, he attained Sotapanna. Very quickly. So don't worry about it. You are listening or learning Dhamma, you can become Sotapanna. That is not so long. But you must apply. Knowledge is not waiting for a long time. If it matured, immediately effect. Like a light. If you switch on the light, immediately remove the darkness. Light is no need to wait a moment. Just appear, it's removed. Knowledge is like a light. Like a diamond. Knowing, not knowing is very close. Just knowing, not knowing has gone. Isn't that? Isn't there is a light? Darkness has gone. If there is a darkness, light is not appear. So these 2 are so quick. No need to waiting for a long time. So this is a new border. A new border. Now to have a new border jnana, we have to learn. As you know, Vipassanā. Vipassanā is a start with Nama Rupa Prachira. Without the Nama Rupa Prachira jnana cannot be Vipassanā. Nama Rupa Prachera means analytical knowledge of mind and matter. Analytical knowledge of mind and matter. First we must learn what is mind, what is matter. In our body, we are composed of mind and matter. So first we must learn about that. The Buddha's teachings start with the learning, pariyati. Priyati means learning. That is also priyati. You are listening Dhamma, studying Dhamma, that is also priyati. Priyati is learning. Learning. So the Buddha's teachings and learning, we should start with the learning. Learning should be followed by practice. Practice must be followed. According to learning, we must also follow. Follow means sometimes mentally. Mentally. How to know the mind and matter. So, mentally follow means how to consider, how to view these Dhamma, like Yoniso Manasikara, for example. Yoniso Manasikara, wise attention. Most translators use wise attention. That is very important, Yoniso Manasikara. Yoniso Manasikara sees things as they really are. That is Yoniso Manasikara, wise attention. This attention is very important. Attention is very important. So we must change our attention. Yoniso Manasikara, Yoniso Manasikara. Wise attention or proper attention. Yoniso Manasikara is proper attention. And improper attention. Yoniso Manasikara and proper attention. Proper attention and improper attention. Or wise attention, unwise attention. Yoniso Manasikara, Ayoniso Manasikara. There are two ways to think something. For example, on seeing a tree, the tree's leaves changes, so after become yellow is dropped. On seeing that, wise attention is in this way. That is impermanent. Even the tree leaves drop. Colors changes from green to yellow. Everything are changes. Nothing is impermanent. Such an idea is this Yoniso Manasikara. There are many Yoniso Manasikaras. And eating, some food is salty, some food is sour. So Yoniso Manasikara must say, salty is easily digestible. We must say, sour. That is vitamin C increase. So I dislike a sour, I dislike a salty taste, that is Yoniso Manasikara. Yoniso Manasikara means it's look like optimism. Yoniso Manasikara is pessimism. So optimism is increase the peaceful mind. So everything we see, we hear, so we must have Yoniso Manasikara, wise attention. So that is also included in Anubodha. Anubodha is so wide. Everything must be proper knowledge. Only this proper knowledge can lead penetration. This is a Pativeda jnana. Pativeda jnana is by applying, by practicing, by practice, Pativeda. Pativeda literally means penetrating the nature, characteristic, penetrate, seeing and deep meanings. That is a Pativeda. So we must have two knowledge, Anubodha knowledge and Pativeda knowledge. Anubodha come first, Pativeda follow. Without the Pativeda, Anubodha alone, we are going to be perfect. Only Pativeda, we must go to Pativeda. The Buddha says, Chatunam bhikkhave ananubodha apativeda. Chatunam bhikkhave ariya sajjana ananubodha apativeda. Eva medanam digamadana sandaveda sansarita. That is the Lord's Buddha says. Chatunam bhikkhave ananubodha. Without the proper knowledge, without the penetration, the Four Noble Truth, we wandered in samsara very long time. So without these two knowledge, we have suffered. We have great suffering. We are wandering in samsara, from birth to birth, from birth to birth. Death and birth is cycle. It's non-stop. So therefore, to have this two knowledge, the Anubodha book knowledge, to have book knowledge, we must attend the class, we must learn Dhamma, we must study Dhamma, we listen to Dhamma. So we read Dhamma books. By these means we increase Anubodha knowledge. By practice, by applying, we can increase the Pativeda knowledge. So, to have Anubodha knowledge, I explain this Abhidhamma for Vipassanā. So, Abhidhamma for Vipassanā. That is the most important, because you follow the Vipassanā. This Vipassanā starts with analytical knowledge of mind and matter. So, to see mind and matter as they really are, these Anubodha, Pativeda, both are called Yatha Buddha, Jnana Dassana. Yatha Buddha, Jnana Dassana. Knowing and seeing as the things as they really are. Knowing and seeing, that is just a removed illusion. Just a removed illusion. So we must try to see the things as they really are. To get such a knowledge, we must learn, or we must listen to Dhamma. So what is the field of knowledge? First we must know the field of knowledge is nothing, only, not other things, only mind and matter. Say that? Nama and Rupa. We are composed of in Nama Rupa. If we scrutinize, if we analyze our body, if we analyze our life, we can find only Nama and Rupa, not other things. So first we must learn about Nama and Rupa. That is Abhidhamma. Okay? Abhidhamma means about Nama Rupa. Abhidhamma means Nama Rupa. Talk about Nama Rupa. Not other things. Abhidhamma will explain only Nama Rupa, not other things. Only these two things. But these two things are composed of our life. So Nama Rupa is related to each other, so complicated. But don't worry about that. We must try to explain this, what is Nama, what is Rupa. So Abhidhamma subject is only nama rupa. This nama is comprised of Citta and Cittasika. Citta, Cittasika is called nama. Nama literally means inclined towards the object. Where object appears, it is contact. That is a nama. Nama means inclined to the object. Inclined to the object. Nama. Commonly, if we say mind, body, mind and body, body is rupa, mind is nama. This nama is analyzed into two, citta and cittasika. Citta is like the organ and like a body. Cittasika is like an organ. Citta alone cannot walk. Cittasika means born of citta. Citta, depending on citta, cittasikas arises. Without a citta, without a cittasika, citta alone cannot. Like that, we have the bodies. Body have organs, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, as you know. So, without the eye, our body can do nothing. We cannot see without the eye. Without the ear, we cannot hear. Without the nose, we cannot catch smell. Without the tongue, we cannot taste. Without the body, we cannot touch. So, like that, without the cittasika, citta alone cannot. Therefore, cittasikas are like the organ of cittas. Roughly, after that I will explain in detail. So, nama is citta and cittasika. What is cittas? Just a translation is consciousness. Citta is consciousness. Cittasika is mental property. Tentatively, we should say nama is mind. Okay? That's a tentatively translate. We should use the word to refer to the nama. We must use mind. English term is mind. Mind is a nama. But sometimes it is very difficult to find out the equivalent words, English terms. So therefore, we must keep technical terms of Pali. Don't worry about it, that there's so many Pali terms that we have to learn. Because our Buddha taught his Dhamma in Pali. So first we must learn the Pali terms. So according to the Pali terms, I will give you the meanings. Just the English translation is not good enough. Sometimes are not describe the meanings. Other meanings are included, you see. So, therefore, we must keep the Pali terms, original Pali terms. After that, we must learn literal meaning. So, nama means the natures of inclining towards the object. That is a nama. This nama is composed of citta and cittasika. Citta is just consciousness, cittasika is mental state. Or mental properties. Cittasika's mental state or mental property. The opposite of nama is rupa. Rupa means things, these are phenomena that is clearly changes through heat, cold, opposite conditions. That is rupa. So later I will explain in detail this. Only just the times I explain. Okay, rupa. Rupa means change. Rupa means changing. Rupa means the natures are changing. It's through cold, through heat, through other object conditions, or opposite conditions. That is rupa, clearly changing. Mind also changes, but mind changes as not clear. Rupa changes. For example, you see, when the the conditions, weather conditions, the cold, the material qualities in other ways, when the heat, the material qualities in other ways, such a change in it. Sometimes it become brilliant through the opposite conditions. So there is a clearly changing is called Rupa. So altogether Nama and Rupa, Nama is a Cheta and Chetasika, then Rupa. So Abhidhamma will explain these Cheta and Chetasika's Rupa. So that is in samsara. Will we attain the completely cessations of Nama Rupa? That is another state. That is a Nibbana. So Nibbana, to go Nibbana is so early. Before we go to Nibbana, we must explain Nama Rupa. The cessations of Nama Rupa is Nibbana. See that? So cessations of, completely cessations of Nama Rupa is called Nibbana. So Abhidhamma will explain Cheta, Chetasika, Rupa, and Nibbana. Altogether 4. These are the subjects of Abhidhamma. Will be explained in Abhidhamma, Cheta, Chetasika, Rupa, and Nibbana. These 4 are called ultimate reality, Paramattha. So we must know the Paramattha. Paramattha, Parama-attha. We should analyze this compound words. We should analyze into 2. Parama-attha. Parama means higher knowledge. Attha means things to be known. Attha means things to be known. Paramattha means with the higher knowledge. So things to be known with the higher knowledge. That is Paramattha. Just a translation is ultimate realities. Ultimate realities. So in Buddha's teachings, 4 ultimate realities, they are Cheta, Chetasika, Rupa, and Nibbana. That's okay. That's now 10 minutes breaks.